Hey, what's up? My name is Alex from Cup Space, and today I'm gonna show you how to use the artistic review Photoshop action. And the first thing you need to know is you need to have the English version of Photoshop, as you can see right here, okay? So if you don't have the English version of Photoshop, you can follow the instructions in the link description below. And the first thing you need to do here in Photoshop is you go to Window, open the Layers tab that I already have this open right here. But if you don't have, you go to Window, Layers. And here in the layers, you go to the right top icon right here. You click and open and go to panel options. Here in panel options, you need to check if the add copy to copied layers and groups is checked. You need to check this little box right here and click OK. Now we need to install the action. We go to Window, Actions, open the actions. I already got the Watercolor Artistic Reveal open right here, but I will show you how to load the action. You go to this little menu right here on the top, and you go to Load Actions, and you select the Watercolor Artistic Reveal action to load, and hit load. And now you got this right here. Now I already got this image open right here, but it's only to show you how to open the brush. I will open another image just to show you how you need to proceed. You just open an image, and here with the image open, you click in brush and you right click in the image, and it will show you this menu of brushes right here. You go to this little icon on the right top again, open, and go to load brushes, and you go to load the artistic brushes. Okay, now we are set to go, but there are a couple things you need to check before you run the action. The first thing you need to check is if your image is RGB, as you can see right here on the top of the image. Or you can go to Image Mode, and you can see right here that is RGB. The second thing you need to check is you go to Layers, the Layers tab right here, and as you can see, we have this background default layer from Photoshop. Is when you open in JPEG image, you have this. And if you don't have this, let's say you created a layer, for example, this layer 0, and you need to click on the layer, go to Layer, New, sorry, New Background from Layer, and click. And it will automatically create the default background layer from Photoshop, okay? Now we are ready to go. We just need to play the action and follow the instructions. So I will open here the Watercolor Artistic Reveal, click in Artistic Reveal, and let's play. As you can see, the action will show you this stop button right here and say you need to paint the area that will be your focus of choice of the image. And after you finish the painting, press play again. So let's paint. As you can see, the brush is already set. Okay, it's 100 pixels wide and 0 hardness, and have this color just pre-selected, but you can select any color, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the action in the end. Okay, so I will just paint the area I want to play with, and you can select any area. This is pure experimentation. You can experiment whatever area you want. I will just paint some areas, this window for example, and I will hit play again. That's simple, okay? And now I will jump the video a little further because that part takes something like 30 to 1 minute 1 minute and a half. It depends in your machine and of course the size of the image. So see you again with the result. Okay, now we have the result right here. As you can see in the layers, we have all of these folders right here, and I'm gonna show you how to use all of these effects right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is select this image focus and close this folder, and I'm gonna show you the background folder. And here in the background we have this layer that is the background master color, uh, that you can change whatever you want. Okay, on top of that we have the shadow layers, the shadow layer, sorry, and the opacity is 15%, but you can increase or decrease or even just hide this layer or change the blending mode, for example the overlay, and change to see the different aspects you can achieve with this layer. And I will back to the normal state, and you can change the color too to obtain different results also. I will try something different just to show you. Oh, sorry, like this, and I don't know, just pick a similar color and voila, you have a different result. And now the splatters is the splatters that are behind all the focus. Right here you can change this color also. I like to pick a color used in the painting, and maybe you can increase the color just to get a different result, something like that. And this is the background folder. The background lines, it's all of these lines in the background that forms all the rest of the image. And you can see that we have two different line arts inside. This first one is this abstract lines right here, and the first one, the line art number one right here, is the more detailed lines. And you can change the opacity right here too. And one thing I like to do right here is select the background layers folder and create a mask. And you can just erase some parts. That's a You can create a different result with this. It's kind of cool. Just delete right here. And now I'm gonna show you that folder that was opened when the action finished runs. And right here we have the image focus layer, that is the main layer. We have the image focus original layer, which means why there is a black mask right here, because you can just paint with 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 white, and you can review some parts with the original photo to get more detailed things. It works nice for faces, for example. When you have, I mean, I don't know, an eye, for example. You have an eye that lost information and you need to recover. So you can bring back some details with this layer right here, okay? So I don't need this right now, but you can do it by just click in the mask of the image focus original and just paint with white. Okay, you need to set your foreground color to white and just paint. Here we have the color on top. The color on top is just a white layer with a little opacity right here, just to simulate that old old painting style that is a little washed colors. Okay, you can just turn off, or you can bring it a little back, or you can change the color. It's your choice, it's up to you. Okay, and the lines on top is set to overlay, but you can just bring to normal. As you can see, is similar to the lines behind, but it's a little different actually. But you can increase or duplicate this layer to have a different result. As you can see, we have those lines here in the final composition to separate things a little. And you can experiment, maybe change to soft lights or something. Okay, this is the image focus folder. The extra lines are those white and black lines, random lines formed. Okay, you can change the color, you can change the blend mode if you want, like, I don't know, overlay or soft light, something like that, or multiply, I don't know, or just bring to white again and experiment with the black extra line one right here. You can change the color, also increase the opacity or something, I don't know, it's up to you. Okay, and you can just pick the entire folder and change the blending mode to get a different result. As you can see, it's more subtle. Okay, and the extra splatters, the extra splatters, we have these two extra splatters right here. As I said before, I like to pick a color that already used in the real composition, because it creates a more realistic and sophisticated thing, like their real splatters that occurred in the process of painting. And finally, we have this white splatter on top. You can change the color also. I don't know. We'll pick this one right here, and you have this, like, this fail, this gap of colors right here. I like to use the white one, but it's up to you. And the canvas texture, of course, that is this textured right here. You can just ignore this layer, or you can change the opacity of things. We have two different textures inside, and you can increase or decrease the texture as you want. The color filters is filters the filters are off, but you can just test things, unhide the layers, and experiment different things. Like this one, for example, you can just click and drag the opacity a little bit to get a different result with a quick filter. It's a quick way you can see different results and try different things, like this, for example, I don't know. And the black and white is old black and white. It's not entirely black and white, as you can see. And a trick that I like to do is something similar that I show you in the background lines. I like to create a mask here, and this time I like to erase things. And in this case, I like to erase some parts to bring the color back. As you can see, you can create a different result with more old appearance, as you can see. Now we'll delete this mask and I will show you the gradients. We have two different gradients here, the right gradient and the left gradient. You can open those folders and change the colors and experiment different things like this, for example. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of things to experiment here. You can, for example, you can pick the background lines and choose this one, for example, and just resize like this. Try different things, bring the opacity down and experiment different things. You can change the background and get an entirely different result. Okay, so I think this is actually, I have one more thing to show you, and this is a cool thing, a cool trick. You can create a folder between the background lines and the image focus right here. You just click and create a new group, and this will be your text group. Okay, so you can just select your text tool and you can just create a text, and I don't know, I will Italy, for example. That's a Italy photo, so naturally Italy. Just change the font, and you can pick the image focus folder, open it, click on image focus layer, and click Control or Command on Mac, and click, as you can see right here, you will create this selection, and close the folder, change to the text folder, select the text folder and create a mask. And after you create the mask, you click Control I or Command I to invert all the colors of the mask right here. Okay, now you have a masked layer that you can create your text and experiment things like this, and you can use it in a lot of ways. You can create other things, not just text right here. You can create other stuff and bring it back in of the original image focus right here. Okay, so experiment. I hope you use it a lot, and thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. See you next time.